Hey guys, here with the real Brad Lea. What's up, man?
Trying
Cheers.
to make a living, dog. Cheers.
A lot of you know this fool. Good friend of mine, and know a lot about him. But we're just gonna what do you call it? Shoot the shit? Is that
Shoot
what you
the shit, dude.
shoot
That's
the
what
shit?
I do on dropping bombs. But if that's what you want to do on your podcast, we'll do that as well.
Let's just drop some bombs here from
Let's do
the
it.
10,000 building. So I heard you're gonna possibly move into this building.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah.
Why would you?
Well, just to have a Beverly Hills location. It's nice building, good amenities, good neighbors, proximity to other power players. Just the norm.
Yeah.
Spot to come down when we're down here chilling like villains on 3 shots of penicillin.
What side do you like better, this side or the other side?
This side.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, just the view's better. It's expansive. You can see the ocean, the mountains, the city. Over there you just see a golf course.
Yeah. So what's new, Brad? What's new in your life? Like, I know a lot of you've been up to a lot of big things. I don't know if you made it public what you shared with me last time about your company, but
I haven't made it public, and I won't. But we're working on some things with Lightspeed. But right now I'm just trying to get everything systematized, find the right people to come in and kind of maybe help me fill like management roles or elevate from within.
How's business right now?
As you say, systems and processes. Maybe I should go get Patrick but David to mentor me.
How's your systems and procedures going?
They're going good, man, but they're tough. We're not an average company, man.
Yeah.
You got to have some inside knowledge. You have to really understand Lightspeed in order to come in there and knock it out. So it's difficult, man, but we're getting there.
What do you think of Bobby? Bobby mentioned, hey, you should keep your staff lean. So I know you have a lot of employees.
Bobby Castro?
Yeah. So I know you cut down on a few employees, and have you noticed an increase in your performance, or have you noticed like a loss in performance? Because you went from 70 to 50 people, or more or less.
No, we're still at 67, I think.
Yeah.
And outside of the office, there's probably another 10. So we're still at 77. But I went from about 90 something to 77, and I'm willing to go down to 17, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about whether they're employees or not. The question is are they bought in? The question is are they rowing in the same direction as the old leader, which is me. We've got a mission to get the knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. And if they're not with that, then they just need to go find some place where they can be passionate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where they can be instrumental.
You've been 20 years in business, right?
20 years, dog, and before that, even more so, but 20 years with Lightspeed, yeah, including today.
But running the company since you started, 20 years?
Yep.
And
that's the only reason I'm the CEO, bro. If
How-
I didn't start the company, I wouldn't be the CEO. I'd probably been fired long ago.
How many employees have you gone through to keep those 70-ish that you have right now?
Believe it or not, we've got a good core group of about 20 that have been with us from day one. The other ones kind of turn over. But we have a not a lot of new people. Maybe 10% of our people are new. But they've not been there 20 years though.
Yeah. And what do you see? What's your plan for the next 5 years? Are you planning on hiring more people, more salespeople, or are you going to make your people better?
Well, I'm going to hire more. I'm going to do more. I'm going to get better. Do more and get better.
Who's the best sales? Because you sell sales sales.
That's one thing I do, man. I don't know why people pigeonhole me as a sales trainer. I'm more than that. But yes, I am a sales trainer. I started out sales training. I can also teach people how to close and persuade and influence people. So I do teach that. Closer school is what you're referring to.
Well,
I'm also starting a new one. I'll announce it here. No one knows this yet. But I'm opening a new school online and live. It'll be a blend. It's called Billionaire Prep. Billionaire Prep Academy. I'm gonna, and people are gonna be like, well, you're not a billionaire. Well, not yet, number one. Number two, it doesn't matter that I am or not. What matters is, what are you doing to educate yourself and what direction are you going? People go to school to get a law degree because they want to be a lawyer. People go to school to be a doctor. People go to school to be a chiropractor. People go to school to be a dentist or whatever the case may be. Who wants to be a billionaire? I'm putting together a school, and I'm going to bring in professors and curriculum that literally prepare you to be a billionaire. I think a billionaire is the new millionaire, by the way.
Yeah.
Millionaires are a dime a dozen now.
Yeah. Dude, is that your next goal, to become a billionaire?
Yes.
Yeah. By what age do you think you'll become a billionaire?
55.
And you're 50?
I'm 50.
50, so 5 years.
5 years.
5 years from now.
Maybe earlier, but...
And I'm sure you know a lot of billionaires, right?
I know a handful, yeah.
What's the difference between people that you know, because you know a lot of people that are worth about 100 million.
Yep.
What's the biggest difference you've noticed between the 100 million people and the billionaires?
Just their mindset, their belief system.
Do you find their...
Or time. I mean, look, there could be people right now worth 100 million, and you think, well, you're not a billion. Give them time, man. Give them time. You know, look at the billionaires that you know. Very few of them are young. Like, again, you got the Zuckerbergs and the internet billionaires, but, you know, hey, they created something that went viral, that went
technology.
big. Yeah, they went viral, they went big. It scales, so they instantly became billionaires, you know, or some huge public company traded them or bought them, one of the two. But at the end of the day, man, there's people worth 100 million today that might be worth $1 billion in another 2, 3, 5, 10 years. It just compounds. Once you get to 100 million, dude, it compounds.
Right now, if you were to say, like, do you have any idea how much your company is worth?
Would I have an idea what it's worth?
Yeah, do you have any idea how much your company is worth?
It's worth whatever I can get someone to pay for it.
Do you have any number in mind?
I don't know. Not much.
How so? Like, when you become a billionaire, is it going to be through your company? You're gonna sell it, or
either that, or the company will be the, you know, springboard to what I end up becoming a billionaire for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the company again is probably going to be a strong catalyst in that.
Yeah, I think your company's perfect because you're in the technology industry, right?
Yep.
And you've met so many sales trainers. If you could pick your top 3 sales trainers, who would it be in the order?
Sales trainers?
Because you know a bunch of sales trainers, sales experts.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pick any really because
who are 3 that you like?
Well, I'm probably, you know, again, in my opinion, the best on earth. But if, you know, for sales, I would probably pick, you know, there's a guy by the name of Jeremy Miner. Not a lot of people know about him yet. People are going to start knowing about him. I think a guy by the name of Jerry. You know who I'm talking about?
Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry. You know who I'm talking about? Acuff. Nobody knows this guy unless you're in pharmaceutical sales. But
isn't he the older guy?
Yeah, he's an older guy.
He's good in sales?
He's excellent in sales. He shows introverts how to be successful in sales. But I would probably say Jerry Acuff has some good content. And then Janine Driver, she's not a sales trainer. She teaches body language. But I would take her training if I were going to be in sales because she teaches you how to read body language and know if somebody's interested before they even say it. So literally, if I could look at you as a salesperson and determine whether or not you were leaning towards the sale or away from the sale before anything, just by reading your body language, and I could do that accurately, it would give me an advantage.
Because you've closed the best salespeople to partner up with you with the platform.
Yeah, usually you'll find the best salespeople are easily closed anyway. The best salespeople are laydowns.
What has been your toughest client to close, like for Lightspeed? I probably was the easiest.
Yeah, you I didn't need to close you. You just came in throwing around a credit card.
You think that was stupid of me because I didn't ask questions or I didn't play hard to get?
What you did is you bought proximity. That's what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't really care what it was. I could have been selling fucking chia pets, and you would have bought them. because all you wanted was proximity. That's why you live here. That's why you do what you do. And that's why what's one of the reasons you got to where you are is because you got around the right people and started to realize, holy shit, proximity's power.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I just have big balls, and I'm like,
that's not what Sil said.
I'm in my 30s.
Sil said you got little poquito piñón.
Dude, I
piñón nuts.
I have one of
you heard of piñón?
Have you ever heard about Mexican balls?
I heard you got piñón nuts.
Dude, Mexicans might be a little bit shorter in height than the gringos, but they sure do have like big balls.
Well, good for them.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Hey, I got a little Hispanic blood running through me, so maybe that's the answer for the ball size.
Yeah, plus you got a nice
verga.
You got a nice tan going on too.
Well, I spray tan because I don't want to fucking age anymore.
Yeah.
This is just a spray. Don't let it fool you, kid.
You don't get Botox.
I haven't had Botox for probably a year and a half, 2 years. I'm about to go get some though.
What about fillers? You wouldn't get fillers to fill your face up?
Would I?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I would. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to come down here with Carrie Kasem and go to her doctor and get all the fillers and Botox and everything just to like take 15 years.
You would probably look.
Why are you saying that? Did you get fillers and Botox? Now you're feeling guilty?
No, you actually need some.
Well, dude, don't feel guilty about it. Listen, anybody watching this, don't feel guilty about going out and getting procedures to make yourself look better, because in this lifetime, we are judged, and the better you look, the more opportunities you'll get. Now, people always hate when I say that, but it's the truth.
Yeah. So what do you think about me taking risks at 30? Do you believe that you need to pay the price now to play later? Because I don't want to be like that old. I don't want to be that old man.
Well, you're gonna be.
Well, but I don't want to be. I don't want to wait till I'm old and wrinkly to have like.
Well, who the fuck does?
To have like a Ferrari with a
with
a pretty girl, or have like a private jet with all these things.
Yeah, but
like,
dude, nobody wants to wait. Everybody wants it now.
I
the question
want it now.
is, yeah, but you can get it now because you're doing the right things. The question is do you want to wait for it? Nobody wants to wait for it. The question is why do people have to get old to finally make it? I'll tell you why. One of the reasons, number one, once they get old enough for their dick to stop working, they start focusing on work instead of chasing pussy. That's number one. Number two, they don't learn what they need to do fast enough. They learn the hard way, and by the time they've learned, they're already old. See what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You're smart because you've been, willing to learn for a long time. You paid Grant, you've paid Patrick Bet-David, you've paid, a lot of people to teach you things which you apply. You don't just learn them, because there's people out there they'll pay to learn, but they won't do anything with it. You've been learning and applying, right? And you're into real estate, which that never harms anybody, does it?
Yeah. Well, real estate is really simple.
Real estate doesn't take, rocket science. It's just, buy a property that the cash flow is more positive than the expense, and make a little profit.
Well, it's very easy to make money, and people that I just feel like people are scared to take risks and commit to things because they're scared. They think that money's gonna run out. And
1,000%.
And like, for example, it was really easy for me to get a Ferrari, and it worked so good because it got me a lot of attention. I mean, believe it or not.
Well, I think what it got you was credibility. Even though it may have been false credibility, it was still credibility.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily attention, dude. You had credibility, because when people see you in a Ferrari, they think, God damn, like, dude, that's a real car. That dude must be making money.
Yeah.
So even if you couldn't afford it, but you got it, people think, holy shit, he's more successful than I thought he was. So then they give you credibility, which means they start giving you some time, well, you already said it, attention, but it's the credibility I think it lends you, because people make false assumptions. Like, God damn, he must be making some serious coin if he's doing that well to have a Ferrari. And then you go around and you get two. Then you get a Rolls Royce. Then it's like, holy shit, dude, this guy's got a Rolls Royce, 2 Ferraris. He must be kicking ass. Maybe I better see what he's doing.
Yeah. But it's not even that big of a deal, dude. Like, a Ferrari, one of them I pay $3,500 a month for. The other one I pay $4,000 a month for. The Rolls is like $4,200 a month. Right here, I pay $20,000 a month to rent.
That's 10 grand a month. So 10 grand a month. Call that advertising.
Yeah, well, $20,000 to rent here.
Not to mention, dude, the perk of it all is you get to drive Ferraris and Rolls Royces.
Well,
because it does make you feel cool rolling up to valet in a fucking Rolls or a Ferrari.
It sure does. But
they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
But for example, like that's all an investment. Like I park my car in front of the office. Sometimes I park both Ferraris in front of the office, and I get a ticket because I just let the meter expire, or I parked in the loading zone and the meter expires, but it's $59 a day, and my plates, I have all my information there, so people follow me. I get business, so I'll get like 30 loans a month. Commissions, average commission here is like $12,000. So you tell me if it's a bad investment parking my car, getting a $59 ticket a day when I get like $10,000 deals times 30 in a month. And if you get a billboard, it's $50,000 on Sunset Plaza where I have my office. A Ferrari is only $4,000, $3,500, and I seriously use it like a prostitute. Like good. I just park it there and I let it advertise, and it brings me business. I think that's an innovative campaign for marketing. Like who has done that in the mortgage industry?
I don't know because I'm not in the mortgage industry, but not too many apparently.
So what I do is I've studied a lot of these people, including Ty Lopez, how he markets his cars for his industry, for his business. But like here, the only reason why I moved here was because I was gonna meet billionaires. I was gonna put myself in this environment where I'll just
move where here?
Yeah, to 10,000 building because I've been here for over 2 years. We just renewed our lease for another year, but here I have the most interesting conversations with billionaires. There's a few billionaires that live here. I mean, the billionaire upstairs, he's worth $4 billion, and it's free information that I get now, but I didn't get before. And all of the, like my whole investing in multi-units just happened because like I learned like a few things that Grant was saying. I learned things that other investors were saying.
By the way, I heard rumors recently that like you and Grant have somewhat like broken up. What's he mad at you for?
I don't know if he's mad at me. I'm not mad at him. I love Grant.
Yeah, so do I. Don't we all love old GC? The question is though I noticed you don't follow him anymore and he don't follow you, and you guys were buddies, and then I saw you at your Driven event. You had some advertisement or you did some video where basically you said, I'm done learning from Grant. I need to find other things to learn from. And next thing you know, you guys are butting heads. Why is that?
Well, I don't know. I think that information is what we're all seeking. And what got you to level 1 is not going to get you to level 5 or level 6 or level 7. So, like when I met the billionaire upstairs, he advised me, hey, you know what? Retail is better than multi-units. So I listened and...
What's that, like commercial malls, strip malls?
Yes. Yeah, like retail space, warehouses.
Warehouses, I heard, is better than multifamily.
So he said that retail spaces like stores, like shops,
like malls.
Yeah. So those, nobody's paying attention to that. A lot of people are like multi-units. So this guy is worth $4 billion, and this guy has 5,000 apartments. It's all his money. Like he's not getting money from other people, and he's investing in commercial stuff. So this guy's worth $4 billion. So am I going to listen to him? Absolutely. Am I going to listen to Grant? Absolutely. But I'm only able to talk about what I've done because I don't like talking about things that I haven't done. I never invested in commercial, so I'm not going to say, hey, that's the way to go. But if a billionaire tells me to do that, I'm going to listen to him just like I listened to Grant to get to a level, another level. But I'm all for learning information. So I think you could learn something from everybody.
That's right.
You can't stick to just one person or two people.
I agree. So I learned from everybody, buddy.
And you know what? Like I'm 30 years old. I can't worry about other people what they do. Like I can only control what I do.
That's right.
So I don't know, but I recommend all of you to start with a 4-unit, just like I did, and then if you have a girlfriend, have your girlfriend get another 4-unit, and then get another 4-unit, and then learn the process, and then you're able to apply that on the commercial side. Because when I started in the commercial, when I moved on to commercial, I made mistakes. But if I would have started just commercial, like let's say you work hard and you save 500,000, and then you just start big, what if you lose it all? I'd rather get practice with 4 units and then move on to the bigger deals. But at least now I know I know the process. I know what it's like. It's like you don't go from first grade to you don't go from high school to the pros. Some people do that, but some people have a really hard time. So I'd rather just learn the process. Does that make any sense?
Makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you, my friend?
Like if I tell Danny, hey Danny, start with save $500,000 or save $1 million and go big. Like how long is it gonna take for Danny to save $1 million? 500,000.
I don't know, Danny. What do you make? It might take him 5 lifetimes. You don't pay him very much, Albert. Why don't you pay him more since you're so fucking rich?
Dude, I pay him well. I brought him from Guatemala. That's a whole different topic.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, dude, to save $1 million, $500,000, that's hard shit to do with a normal pay plan. Like that is you can make 80 grand, 120 grand a year, right? You're going to need at least some to live on. You're going to have to pay taxes. To save 40,000 out of 120 is doing pretty good. Would you say yes or no? To save 40 grand out of 120 is pretty good.
Yeah.
So if you could save 40 grand out of 120, 10 years you'd have 400,000 with a little compounding interest. Another 10 years you're going to have 800,000. To save $500,000, dude, it's going to take 10, 15 years.
So
that's hard. That's hard to do.
Yeah. You know what helped me take all these risks? Like people don't understand, but if I would have just gotten a Ferrari from scratch and not had assets, not had multi-units that were making me money, the apartments were paying for the Ferrari. But I learned invest in real estate from Grant, but then I learned market, use Ferraris like Ty. Then I learned training. Like,
but hold on. When you knew Grant, when you had no apartments?
When I met Grant, I already had 4 units.
Right, so Grant didn't get you to buy apartments. What made you buy apartments?
I had a mentor that was a millionaire.
What was his name?
His name was Mark.
How come Mark never gets no credit?
He got credit. My first driven event.
Yeah, because Mark's the one that got you started.
Mark,
and then you realize Grant, he's this, loud, cool sumbitch, and now he's really balling in apartments. So you started listening to Grant, who had more. So then he taught you what he did, and you started applying his shit. And then Grant kind of got washed out, meaning you learned all that shit. Now you're on to, billionaires upstairs. Patrick Bet-David, who's not Grant at all, exactly the opposite. Did you see Grant and Patrick go at it, by the way?
No, when?
In their interview. Like Grant started talking about shit he shouldn't have been talking about. Like Patrick's way more educated and schooled than that. You didn't see that interview?
Oh, that was a while back, right?
Yeah. But anyway, so then you got Patrick. He taught you systems and procedures. Pat's a smart dude. Patrick Bet-David's a smart dude.
Well, you got to remember that.
When he was 7 years old, he was looking behind him, and the bombs were dropping off right behind him. His dad said, "Don't look back, Patrick." But he looked back, and there was bombs.
That adds up to what we're talking about. You got to learn You could learn something from everyone.
For sure, especially successful people like Patrick Bet-David. Dude's a smart dude. Grant Cardone may act a fool sometimes, but he's a smart dude. Grant Cardone's a smart dude. He's learned a lot of shit the hard way. His brother, Gary, smart dude. You never hear about Gary. How come?
Who has more money?
I don't know. I don't care. But Gary's a smart dude. Grant's a smart dude. Patrick's a smart dude. You're a smart dude. You're smart if you listen and learn. If I could do everything over, because I wasn't very smart, if I could do everything over, I would seek knowledge and mentorship sooner, and I would invest money more wisely. If I would have invested my money since I started making it, I'd probably be 3 times more wealthy than Grant or Patrick. But I blew it acting a fool. I had to learn the hard way. I wasn't willing to invest. I didn't understand cash flow. I didn't understand financial information. Now I'm starting to in the last couple of years. You know, Grant, I'll give credit to Grant to get me looking at it. Like I'm thinking, like, what is he doing with all this money? Why does he want to buy apartments where there's broken toilets and people not paying their rent? Well, shit, I didn't realize you could go get a management company that works for 8% of the rent. Like, in other words, you can just make the investment. I didn't understand leverage. It's the bank's money. It's the bank's money. You know, now Grant, he's running around. Everybody's impressed with his jet. Shit, the investors pay for that jet mostly, don't they?
That's an interesting topic.
Why?
Well, one thing to think about is, you know, the recession's coming, right? There's like a market correction coming.
Again, I don't even believe all that shit. Market correction, I believe in. Recession, I don't believe in. I think that's hype.
Do you believe that real estate goes up and goes down?
Of course.
So what happens when you have $1 billion of real estate, and let's say the market goes down 30%?
Okay, what is that, a recession?
That means 300 million
are
wiped out.
Is that a recession? It's not wiped out. It was all fluff to begin with.
It goes down, yeah, but it goes down. But what if you put $300 million into that fund? Like, how would people feel about
then you
that?
Wait until it comes back.
But for the average people, like, how would they feel about that?
Then they wait, dude. They wait. They tighten their belt and they wait, because historically, real estate has always went up. Always. There is nothing cheaper today than it was 50 years ago. Nothing. Real estate always goes up. You just have to wait. You have to be patient.
See, and this is information that people, not everybody knows about this.
Well, again, then they're not listening, because common sense will tell you nothing is cheaper today than it was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So has it went up and went down? Absolutely. You know, I bought a house for $400,000. Now it's only worth $200,000. Wait. Fucking shut up and wait. It'll be worth $400,000 again. It'll be worth $800,000 someday. The trick to real estate, from what I've learned from really wealthy people that I know, they believe it or not, they say the trick is to never sell. Never sell. If you never sell, that's the trick.
Yeah. And what if you know, you could start with a 4-unit property, and you could have if you have a girlfriend, you could have your girlfriend start with a 4-unit property as well.
Yeah, or your kid, or your relative, or your aunt, or your cousin, or anybody that wants to join you.
Yeah, and you know that
so you make them real estate buddies.
Yeah, but you know, if you learn how to do it, you could get a really good ROI, which is what I did, and then you could accumulate. Like what we did is we accumulated about 7 4-unit properties. And we just we started with the first one, we put 3.5% down. And then my wife put 3.5% down before we got married. Because once you get married, you only qualify for one FHA loan. And when I started, I only had $3,000. My credit wasn't even good. So then I accumulated another 4-unit. Then after that, you need to put 25% down.
That's harder.
So once I sold all of them, I sold most of them about 2 years ago, and I netted over $2 million. So I made $2 million like in 4 years, aside from my main job.
Plus cash flow.
Yeah, I was making cash flow, and the cash flow, I mean, it's not a ton of money, but it's some money that you're making every month. But I made over $2 million in 4 years, in about 4 years, 4 years and a few months. Now those $2 million allowed me to take a lot of greater risks, but my ROIs were crazy. I'm talking like 45% plus.
Sure.
So you could learn how to do that, but you also have to know you have to know the real estate game. You know, you have to learn the real estate game, and
what's there to learn?
And you could either give the money to somebody and pay a premium, or you could do it yourself if you know how to do it, because it's like you said, it's not that hard. But what you have to know, though, is that right now, the next 12 months are going to be a huge opportunity for a lot of people. So if you have cash,
why is that?
Because properties are going down.
Yeah, but I would say the next year or two would be the best ideal, right?
Yeah.
Because if the market's going to correct, Right now, you should just save your money
Right now,
and wait.
Like, one of the guys that has taught me the most in a really short span is Bobby Castro.
Bobby Castro is a great dude. Sharon is Karen.
Stack and rack.
What's funny is he doesn't pronounce his G's.
Because he's Cuban. Wait, he's not Cuban. He's Puerto Rican.
Well,
he doesn't pronounce the...
He might be of descent, but he's
Puerto Ricans
100% American.
They don't pronounce the R, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have an accent. He's 100% American. Like his accent is 100% hillbilly almost.
He has like a New York
Like he
accent.
says, Sharon is Karen. Like he won't say caring, he'll say Karen. But dude, I love Bobby. Dude, Bobby's a real dude. He's not charging you. He just wants to help. He just wants to give you some good advice.
He didn't charge me a penny.
Well, dude, he's a good dude. You know why though? It's real easy. And by the way, nothing against Bobby, but it's real easy to be a good dude when you got $1 billion fucking dollars. And he sold his company for $1 billion. He's got liquidity up the ass. He's well invested. He's not going broke no matter what. He's got generational wealth, and he's a good dude. And now he's willing to give back. He's willing to advise people. Until then, you never saw Bobby Castro. He was working, dude. He was out there working. And notice how I'm saying working? And it's not because Bobby would say working, because he wouldn't say working. He'd say working because, dude, real people, dude, they're out there working their balls off. And then once they made something and now they feel like they have something to say, now they're giving back. I like Bobby. I endorse Bobby. Bobby Castro, everybody.
Well, let me tell you about Bobby. Why I love Bobby. Actually, Bobby's going to be here January for 15 days. So he's going to come down and we're going to do like a workshop. And so anybody that's interested in the workshop, you guys are welcome to comment and if you want more information. But Bobby, he not only is a real estate investor, but he's also, like you said, a business guy. He sold a business for $1 billion. And that's what Patrick is doing. That's what Patrick is he's mentored me. He's helped me a lot. Patrick's one of the smartest guys I know. And he just turned 41. He's relatively young. And I have a lot. I love Patrick, but Patrick, when I had my business, he said systems and procedures. You got to create your systems and procedures, operations, because you have to make the business run on its own, so that it's not reliable on you. Like if I'm gone, like this year has been the year when finally my business is growing on autopilot. Like it doesn't require me. So we have the mortgage guys, which is one company, that's our core business. We have Ambiance Realty, which is a real estate company, and then we created Driven, because when I went to a conference, I came back and I said, you know what, I have to create my own event because it's the perfect platform. It's the power of the mic. Do you understand the power of the mic? It's powerful when you have an audience. It's powerful when you're able to help your community. Like for me, it's the Latino community. Like a difference between me and the other folks is that I'm not white. I'm Mexican. I'm Hispanic. And also, like, I'm half the age. One thing you can't buy, one thing billions of dollars can't buy is age. I've heard a lot of billionaires say that they would trade all their money, their billions, for age. And I think the combination of age, youth, and information is gonna be can make anybody unstoppable.
Unstoppable, dog. That's my thing right there. Come on, man. Unstoppable.
So one of the things that I'm more passionate about than real estate is business. Like I'm really like when I go to your office, I love your office. How you have like such a huge office, and it took some huevos to build a big operation like you have. Like it's a huge office, and you have a lot of empty space there. Like I think you should hire some people.
It's just like my pantalones. You need room.
So you think high?
I need grande pantalonia.
You think
I'm cantinflas.
Well, how big is it?
Big as what?
Well, you're
my
talking
office?
you're talking about size. So
you talking about my office?
Well, whatever you want to talk
like
about.
30-some thousand square feet.
37,000 square feet.
30-something. I don't know what it is. I don't walk around.
How much of it is occupied?
I mean, I could probably fit 40 to 50% more people in there. But I like to be comfortable, so like my pantalones.
What do you like? To be comfortable.
Dude, I mean, I think we all do, don't we?
Are you ever afraid of maybe you don't make enough sales, or
no,
maybe money and like runs out?
No, money doesn't run out. There's enough money in the world for everybody to have billions of dollars. There is no shortage of money. There's a shortage of people who believe they can get it, and there's a shortage of people who believe abundantly, but there is no shortage of anything in this world.
What do you think of relationships? Good friends. Do you believe in friends and relationships, or is money more important than
no?
friends?
If I believe that, I would have far less friends. But I don't have that many friends. But I believe friendship, relationship is more valuable than money. I believe that if you focus on money over relationships, soon you will have neither.
Because I noticed...
Drop a bomb on that. That's a bomb, son.
Drop a bomb right there on
That's a bomb, son. You
got
any sound effects, Danny?
Sure, yeah.
That's we got everything. There.
But one of the things that you have that none of the other guys can compete with you, maybe one of the guys, is that you are you put friendship. Obviously, you want it has to be a good friend. It can't be like a crappy friend, because there's a lot of fake friends.
There's no such thing as a crappy friend. They're either a friend or they're not.
Or do they pretend to be friends?
Well, again, I mean, they don't fool me. But keep going. I'm listening.
Now, you always
like, see, only a good friend would have my wine when I came to do a podcast.
Yeah,
that's right.
You are just one of the most. I think you're a little bit too nice sometimes.
Yeah.
And then people take advantage of that.
Good for them.
Well, why are you so nice?
Because, dude, it's not all about money.
Why not?
Because it isn't. Like, do you have enough?
Yeah.
Good. As long as you have enough, relax. Everything else is relaxed. Calm down. It's not that big a deal. It's not like, dude, this is Mad Max days where, like, I need water for my family and you won't give me any, because then I'd probably slit your fucking throat. Everybody has enough. There's abundance. There's plenty to go around. Like, I don't need to worry about money and material things. I'd rather, like, when you die, dude, nobody's going to say, damn, he had 2 Ferraris. They're going to talk about who you were, what you did. They're going to talk about you as a person, not what you had.
Yeah.
So to me, you might see it as like I'm too nice, but then again, compared to what?
What's your next? What are you gonna do in the next 2 months to close out this year? Like, do you have any surprises for people?
No, I'm coming out with Billionaire Prep Academy, but I don't know if it'll be within 2 months. But not really. The next 2 months, I'm going to focus in on my systems and procedures. I'm working on something that I'm not talking about yet, but if that goes down, that's something. And I'm working on my body. I got to get in shape.
Well, you've been telling me that you wouldn't have a 6-pack for dribbling.
Yeah, fuck 6-pack. I like ranch.
No more 6-pack?
Dude, I like ranch. I like to, I like to eat. I don't need a 6-pack. Like, if I get single, if Melissa ever, blows out and I'm a single man again,
yeah,
I probably will get a 6-pack, only to increase the opportunity of mating.
Yeah.
But as long as I've got Melissa and my fam bam, she doesn't mind that I'm not a 6-pack. So I like ranch dressing. I like an occasional chicken finger dipped in ranch. I like an occasional, maple cronut. So, if I have to freaking sacrifice everything to have a 6-pack, I better value what a 6-pack is going to give me more than I value a fucking cronut and ranch on my chicken finger or living. So again, 6-pack's not going to get me anything more. I'd rather have what enjoyment than a 6-pack.
Hey, Brad, why do you think some people put money over relationships?
Well, because they're insecure, because they're limited in thinking, and because somehow, some way, they think with a scarcity mindset, like money's everything.
What does money mean to you?
Money means to me choices.
What else?
That's what it means. It means I have choices. It means that I can help people. It means that I can.
Like if I needed to borrow like 20 G's, would you let me borrow 20 G's?
Sure.
Right now?
Sure. Why not?
What about 50?
Sure.
Is there a limit?
Yeah, there's a limit. I mean, I'm not going to put myself or my family at risk by lending you money, but I'll give you as much as I can without risking my own well-being.
Yeah. But don't a lot of people ask you for money?
Yeah.
You have like a policy or a certain system?
Yeah, I mean, if I trust you, I'll loan you as much as I can. If I don't trust you or you've proven to me otherwise where I have to worry about getting it back, I won't do it. I've got family members that always want to borrow money, but they never pay it back. So it might as well be like giving them money. And then to me, that's enabling people. I would rather say no to you so you finally go through the pain necessary to get off your ass and start understanding what it means to fish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than give you a fish, I'm going to force you to learn to fish. So sometimes it's tough love where I won't give you any money. Sometimes if I trust you and I know you'll give it back, I'll loan you as much as I can without risking my own well-being.
2 final things, because I know you got to fly out and Melissa's on the live.
Is she?
Yeah.
Where's my girl? What's up, girl? What's up, girl?
Maybe you could say hi. She's watching you. So one thing about money, since we're talking about money, and then we'll go into family, but money.
Yeah.
I know that right now, or maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think right now I think right now you're making the most money ever that you've ever made in your entire life. Is that a true statement or not?
I would say yeah.
And how would you compare this stage to family? Because I know family is really important to you, because like I called you I think Saturday and you were with the fam bam. You're like, I'm taking some fam bam time, and I see you spending a lot of time with your wife Melissa, who's amazing. I love Melissa, and your little girls. How do you compare work, money, and family? Like what advice would you give to people, because you have it pretty balanced out?
Well, my advice would be don't worry about making money so much that you miss the entire lifetime of your family. In other words, money's not more important than family. Money's not more important than like memories and whatnot. However, it is important because with a lot of money, you can make a lot of memories. So you should focus on both, not one or the other. Now, if there comes a time where you're working so much that you do not raise your kids, you do not share with their birthdays, you do not go to their games, you do not go to their dance recitals because you're working and working and working, and you're making the excuse that money's that important. Money's not that important. If somebody told me right now, I'll never be rich, but I'll have my family and all my friends and I'll go, obviously I'm not hungry, but we'll be fine, but I'll never, ever, ever have an abundance of money. I'm okay with that. I would rather have my family and friends and, all of that more than money. Like I would never want money over all that. If that was the case, you'd have a bunch of money and you'd be all alone. Nobody wants to be alone with a bunch of money. People can claim, yeah, it'd be fun. No, dude, it wouldn't. It would get lonely after a while, and eventually you'd probably put a bullet in your fucking head.
Yeah, I noticed you're always up early. You're always at the office like really early. Do you have a routine that you do in the mornings?
Well, I mean, I wake up early automatically. I don't know why.
What time do you wake up?
About 5:30.
Do you ever have crazy moments when you wake up like 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.?
Not 2 a.m., but sometimes 3:30, 4, and then I'll just get up. Like when I wake up, I'm up. You know, I think my body has had enough sleep. Otherwise, I wouldn't have woke up. So I listen to my body. It says, hey, boom, I'm wide awake. I jump up. If it's real early, like 3:30, you know, I might check social media, catch up on some emails. I do business internationally and worldwide. So, you know, I think to myself, you know, who's up somewhere else, maybe connect with them. Otherwise, I'll, you know, just think about things, write some things, read, go to the gym. You know, I'll fill the time. It's an advantage getting up early.
What are your next 3 big moves for the Lea, for the Brad Lea life?
You know, I think 2020 is going to be a big thing. I think I got to make some big decisions, you know, be intentional about what I'm doing. Right now, I'm just accidentally winning. You know, I accidentally grew my business. I've accidentally done some shit. And I think in 2020, I'm going to be intentional about whatever I do.
Any closing words from the Lea Meister? Is that how you call yourself? The Lea Meister?
B Meister.
Oh, the B Meister.
Yeah. I had someone the other day, a hater, saying, what qualifies you to be a Meister? And I'm like, well, I didn't even know Meister was a fucking thing. Like I was saying B Meister because it's funny. And now this some bitch from Germany or somebody sitting there, what qualifies you to be a Meister? Which I assume means master. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, dude, I'm the B Meister. It's a joke. Like, you know, that makes me, I'm the B Meister.
Well, people have been saying also, I think I saw that you've been copying Gary Vee. How true is that?
Well, I mean, Gary Vee is a you know, public figure that a lot of attention goes to. So I watch how he does his videos. I like a lot of the way he edits his videos. So I told my video team, kind of, you know, model it like after Gary Vee, like do kind of what Gary Vee looks like. And they did it a little too close. So a lot of people were saying, hey, you're copying Gary Vee. And first of all, I'm not copying anybody. My video team is, number one. Number two, who gives a fuck what I do? Like, are you that worried about it? Are you like on Gary's nuts so bad that you're worried about anyone who's biting his style? And then quite frankly, you know, I have to see what's happening before I can react. So, you know, we're tweaking a little bit. We've tweaked it. It's not so close to Gary anymore, but it's still kind of that style. And listen, here's the advice I would give people. If you see somebody winning and you see somebody doing well, emulate what they're doing, because like action causes like results. So when all the haters say, why are you trying to copy somebody? If that's what you're trying to accomplish, what they've accomplished, I would recommend highly that you model what they're doing, or for a lack of better words, copy what they're doing. Because if it works for Gary, it's going to work for you. If it works for Grant Cardone, it'll work for you. If it works for Albert, it'll work for you. If you guys go copy what Albert's doing, literally every day, copy what Albert's doing, I guarantee you, you will get what Albert's getting. There is no person on this earth that's special and unique. Nobody on this earth that is magical. If you copy what they're doing, you'll likely get what they're getting.
Yeah.
If I go to the gym and lift weights and eat perfectly, I'm going to get a big muscle, right? Now, keep in mind, guys, there's talent and there's genetics and there's all kinds of factors, so it may not be quite as good. You know, hey, go play basketball like Michael Jordan, you'll be Michael Jordan. Maybe not. There's talent involved. But generally speaking, like action causes like results.
Why do you think haters hate?
I think haters hate because they don't have anything of their own. So they have nothing to do but try to tear down other people.
Why do you think people that are wealthier try to bully people that are coming up?
Well, because they have scarcity mindset. They believe that the more someone else gets, the less they're going to get, which is not true. There's an abundance in this world. Do not worry about what other people get.
But I noticed that, like, for example, billionaires. I know a couple.
You're motherfucking talking to one right now, son. I just ain't got paid yet.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, I guarantee you that, bro. Either I'm going to die first or I'll be a billionaire.
I believe you.
Guaranteed. So you're talking to one.
Well, I'm talking. Then I've spoke to 4 billionaires. I know 2 billionaires personally.
3.
Who's 3?
Me,
yeah,
bitch.
well, I said 4.
Oh, okay, good. Who's the fourth?
You're the fourth.
Then who's the third?
Why don't I know three.
Okay. Who?
I know Fred.
Fred.
Bob.
Bob who?
You know
like
Bob.
Bob on my knob and make it throb. Who?
Well.
Not Bobby.
Well, no. Bobby's worth.
Oh, you mean Bob Dugan?
A few, yeah.
Okay, so Bob, Fred, those are real billionaires.
Yeah.
Who else?
Actually, I know more than.
Who's the third one?
Because I know the founder of. He's the founder of Pink. They call him Mr. Pink.
Is he a billionaire?
He's a billionaire. Yeah.
That's 3, and now you know me 4.
Yeah.
Now, when someone says Brad's not a billionaire, guess what? That's bullshit.
Yeah, but
don't limit me, son. Don't limit me.
But I know. If I start thinking, I know a few more. But my point is that billionaires act really different than people that make their 100 million or 80 million or 200 million or whatever. They act a lot different. I see.
You know
that.
Why?
Yeah, because
they got $1 billion.
Like for them, it's just different. They don't. They're not scared. They want to help. They don't need to collect money.
You know why though? Seriously, because there's an abundance and they feel it. They know it. They're certain.
Yeah.
There's a certainty once you have $1 billion that it can never go away. And once you realize that there's a certainty, now you change because money is no longer an issue. That's why money should be important to everybody.
My biggest dislike, because I know we're running out of time, but my biggest dislike is like people that made a little bit of money and then they start bullying and they get scared because they see other younger people coming up. Like I don't get that. Like when I see youngsters that are 18, 21, 25 and they ask me for advice, I want to help them. I want to help them. Like I don't see them as competition. And sometimes people talk about, competition is but they're scared of the competition. It's like they're talking about themselves.
Well, dude, that's because they have scarcity mindsets. I don't care if they're wealthy or have already made millions and millions. They have a limited mindset. They're worried about what you're going to do because they're scared that if you take it all, there won't be any for them. And for some reason, that's a subconscious thing where it's a primitive thing. I don't know, but I do know this. The reason why people are worried about you is because they think whatever you do will take away from them, and that's the wrong way to think. Like, I will never care if you got 10 times more than me or 1,000 times more than me. I'll just be happy for you. Because the second you hate on abundance, you're already losing the game.
Like for example, dude, I don't have one Ferrari. I have a couple Ferraris, but I also have the Rolls. But people have to understand that.
Dude, you see my new Rolls?
No.
Right here.
Well, listen to this, because
there's a Rolls that's earned, bitches.
Dude, I'm starting to get one, but
then you'll have 2 Rolls.
it takes correct. Like, tell me if you agree with this. It takes fucking money to have a Ferrari. I just didn't get the Ferrari. I've had the Ferrari for years. Not 1, not 2, 3.
Dude, like, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years.
We had the Rolls for years. We've been upgrading our cars. People don't know, like, how much money I have in the bank.
Yeah, you might have nothing. You might have spent it all on the Ferraris and the Rolls. But
I mean, that's what some people might be assuming, but they don't know if I'm stacking and racking. Like, they don't know if I'm having fun. They don't know how much I have. Like, who knows? Maybe I have some surprises for people. Maybe I'm winning in my 30s, big. Maybe I have a big surprise. So I don't think anybody should be talking down to people that are coming up, because that shows more to me as just being jealous.
It is jealous. It's limited. It's scarcity. It's freaking hate. It's haterism. They're all out of motherfucking Gatorade, so they started drinking Haterade.
So all I gotta say, man, is you are real. You're one of my best friends. You know that.
Lock it in, dog.
And I think that one thing we have in common is that we're real. We're not afraid to open our mouth, and we like to help people for free. Like, we'd like to give people information, advice, and that's why I appreciate you a lot. Appreciate Patrick. I appreciate Bobby. Bobby's actually coming down in January.
I appreciate this fucking wine,
dude. And
we're just gonna get a little dose right here.
And
get you a little dose.
And I think like Bobby Castro says, sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
He says sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
And
sharing is caring, Bobby. Sharing is caring.
And I think, like, personally, one of my biggest purpose in life is helping my Latino community. Toda mi gente latina. Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede. So if a Mexican like me at 30 years old is able to have Ferraris for 4 years and going and only getting better, and all the companies are growing, that means that anything is possible. You don't have to wait till you're 60, 70 years old. You can win right now.
Vámonos, ese.
So sharing is caring, like my friend Bobby Castro says. And the only thing, I'll tell you something, Brad, and add to this, please. The only thing that people criticizing, hating, quitters, the only thing it does is it fuels me. It fuels me to take it up another notch, or a few notches. So thank you for all of that, and I really appreciate every single one of you.
Me too.
Thank you, brother.
Peace.